This is a 1996 classic Dodge Ram truck, second generation, which is years 94 through 2001. You see the bumper is bent up and the lip there behind the turn signal is down. And I'm gonna adjust it back into place. This involves loosening 4 nuts on each side of the truck. 3 forward here, which I call the inner bracket, and 1 nut aft of this on the truck frame, which I call the outer bracket in this video because the arm from it reaches out to the trailing edge of the bumper. I sprayed the front and the back side of these bolts with this PB penetrating catalyst. It works great. I let it set for about 3 hours where I ran some errands. I'm underneath the driver's side front bumper where it has been displaced upward. The round circle is a shock absorber, and just to the inside of the truck is the frame, and you can see 3 bolt heads there. That's the inner bracket. And that long piece there is the arm, which stretches out to the outer side of the bumper. I've also sprayed the bolt for that. I'm going to go ahead and loosen that as well. That's an 18 millimeter size socket. Okay, I'm going to remove loosen the outer bracket first here at the frame. Now I'm directly below the center of the truck, and there's a plastic flap here. If I lift that, you can see 2 of the 3 heads to hold the inner bracket. And those are what I need to remove. Again, an 18 millimeter size, but you need a deep socket because you can see those bolts stick out about 1 inch. So I had to buy an 18 millimeter deep socket. Okay, as I was loosening the bolts, the inner 2 here are connected by a plate, so you can loosen them, and the back of the heads didn't turn. However, when I loosened the nut on this one, this whole plate turns, so I had to put a crescent wrench on it. I couldn't find out exactly what size that is. I only have 13 and 14 millimeter sockets. It's somewhere in between, so maybe a 13.5, but I just used a crescent wrench on this. It was real easy to loosen up, and you can see it's free floating, allowed the bumper to come back down. I loosened up the bolts, and it pretty much just moved right into place on its own. It wanted to come back down, and you can see it looks much better. So I'm just going to tighten the bolts up. I've tightened down all the bolts, and it's back into place. Looks as good as new as a 22-year-old truck can.